Good morning all and welcome. So today we're going to have a little bit of a bit more Blood Bowl 3. I'm going to try and play some Dark Elves in the Bonehead League this morning if we can find an opponent. If not, we might go and play some more AWA in the online. So let's get cracking. Let's click over. Oh, let's make sure. There we go. Blood Bowl's working. And so let's find a team. So what I've done is I've set up a new Dark Elf team. I'm going to stick my stabbers in there. Morning, Adam, and welcome along. Unfortunately, you won't be seeing too much fouling from me today because the one thing that I can't afford with Dark Elves is to lose players that quickly. So nice to see, we can now see where you are on the ladder. So I'm 18th with the Elven Union and 23rd with the Dark Elf. So let's start searching. So for those wondering what the roster build is for the Dark Elves, I've gone with the 3 blitzers and a runner to start off with, and then the rest is linemen. It's a 970 setup because I've got some additional dedicated fans to start off with. The Dark Elf positionals are unbelievably expensive, and are really going to need to rack some money up to get the 4th blitzer, or more importantly get into the Witch Elves. So I'm going to give this a couple of minutes. If it doesn't work, I will run a team in the main, but what I'll do is I might, while that's running, set up another quick team here. So this is the open, let's call that. So setting up a new team's pretty easy. Oops, here we go. Rice is the Rickland second, so a human 930 team. So I'm actually going to be giving away inducements to start off with, but not very much. A journeyman, so I'm playing against ants here. Petty cash. Oh, I've got 10. I can't spend 10 on anything. Let's have a quick look. So lineman, catcher, thrower, blitzer. So the 4 blitzer. No ogre. No ogre is quite handy for me because the one thing Dark Elves don't do is play well against big guys that swallow them up. I'm going to choose to kick the ball. So humans aren't a massive threat for the 1-turn touchdown. So you're going to go with a pretty simple lineup. Start off with. Update the formation. And here we go. So just check whether this has got any. There's a little bit of SPP. Ooh. What's the throw I got? 4 SPP, so a little bit of SPP. Yeah, it's actually reasonably well skilled up little team here. So we're going to kick off, we're going to go safe kick off into the sweet spot. I love the way you can see the results beforehand. So quick snap, D3 plus 3 open players. So a quick look. Yeah, looks like a guard piece. So moving the players on up. Morning Brown Brownamum. How many elves are still alive? So I've got a lovely 11 elf roster to start off with. Pretty good kick. You can't really ask for it to go much deeper than that. Perfect conditions as well, so you don't have to worry about it. Ooh, double skull to start off with. Oh, there burns a reroll. That's ooh, I wonder if that's going to be a telling start to the game. And down goes a dark elf. Doesn't break the armor. Do like the dark elf armor for not being quite so breakable. So there's a bit of block.
That player is about to get punched above and below the belt at the same time.
Take them both down. So turnover to start off with. Yeah, so he does have guard, and can have to remember that. Catcher has got block as well, so we've got blodge catchers. That's nice to remember, so I'm going to stand him up. That's a blitzer, so I'll have to remember. Back to him, so this lineman's going to go round to there. This lineman he's going to go into there. This dark elf will go into there. I'm going to blitz the catcher. Follow him up. That ties those guys up. I'm going to leave those two over there. I'm going to try and pop him there. Just a 2+ dodge. Passes the dodge. And over we go. End of turn 1. Ah, see, you switched to doubt. Yes, Brown. I'm going to run the 2 different elf teams. I've got the Elven Union team and the Dark Elf team. I was playing some Dark Elves on tabletop, and what I really want to do with the Dark Elves is I want to level up the runner really quickly. So I've gone with a 3 blitzer and runner lineup. And I think I can use the runner and dump off to try and really get some SPP. Really interested in whether Dark Elves can actually have a passing game, or you're just really reliant on the blitzers and the running side of things. So not a surprise, the lineman goes down to start off with. Pretty much Dark Elf linemen on the line of scrimmage are there to be bashed. Let's see what else has this catcher got. He's got Fend. Oh, love a bit of Fend. That falls into the annoying skills category.
Are magic sponges really magical, Bob? That's a trade secret.
So he's going to blitz round. He's going to blitz this lineman here. I would imagine it's going to be pushing back this way. Follow him up. It's alright, he can still run off down the sideline if need be. Will he get the pickup though? That's going to be the all important. Thrower 1-1. Ooh. That's a turnover. Oh, now it gets interesting. He's got block. So I really want to move him, and I want to bring him up to there for the second block. And then I want to blitz this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can get a tackle zone on the ball. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to bring him to there. Take the 2-die block here. We'll follow up. That's the first bit. Bring him into there. Blitz is 2. So I'm going to follow up. That's slightly annoying. And there we start with a so he's got shadowing on the catcher. That's quite annoying. Hadn't spotted that. So will he just... Oh, so that didn't go very well. Are you winning? Hi Ben. No, not winning. 0-0. We've got some Dark Elves spread out over the pitch. They've struggled to pick the ball up, and their catcher with shadowing, an interesting skill take, I wonder if that's a random or a choice, has led to a stunned blitzer who fell over. So we roll consistently, so yeah. So, well, good pass through to the catcher. So this is going to be quite an aggressive human team, I think, with the throwing and passing. So he's going to roll through the gap here, set up a cage. These blitzers are pretty much all out of the play now, so we're going to have to roll back round and smash them. Yeah, the correct answer, definitely not yet. This feels like it could be a high-scoring game. We've got catchers with shadowing and block on the human side, and Dark Elves with plenty of ability to dodge.
Got any advice for the budding coach then, Bob?
Yeah, always.
We've got 3 more players he can bring up here.
Some of these cameras work both ways. Nice shirt
big disadvantage with human catchers when it comes to them being part of the cage is they do have that strength 2, which really does cripple the ability to stop them having a 1 die block against them. So he's getting all the tackle zones in place here. I've got a space to go for the block though, so this blitzer will have to dodge in, or let's look at the runner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, so I can't do it unless he dodges.
The thing about Bloodbowl is how it brings everyone together in a common.
Looks like it'll be a both down.
Orcs.
What's that? Or less sloppy at all. Dead fish. Put some force behind those punches.
So that guard player is going to get very annoying in a minute. Let's do the easy things first. So I really want to get a block onto the ball carrier. Yeah, Brownman, did I get any fun inducements? No, I only had 10k of petty cash. That's a hard cage to break. Yeah, I think I might have to go in with the corner blitz here. So I'm going to dodge this blitzer over. Oh, flipping shadowing again. Right. I'm going to bring some more players back, so I'll mark him, mark him, mark him, then so that's where I want to go. It's going to make him have to dodge. We'll take the POW, we'll go there, we will follow up.
How are they going to catch or run with a bird? They're constantly writhing around on the ground.
And we'll take the 1 die here.
He seems a little stuck.
That's the end of the turn, so really good rush out there. Got the ball, throw it to the catcher. Basically he's got the dodge to here, so 3+ dodge with reroll. Bring the shadowing catcher round, that'll stop me going. He could. Can he get a 2 dice blitz out? Probably not with the catcher, unless he brings the guard player all the way around. Good safe play though, bringing him up. James Mills, morning all. I thought Bloodbowl 3 was meant to be working better now. 3 times I played the Sam Kane batch and it crashed every time. First at turn 4, now at turn 8 and 12. Oh, there's the dodge for the touchdown. I think that's really unlucky, James. I played a campaign match last night, went all absolutely fine. Well played. So, 3 turns, quick scoring.
Goes wild. Not a figure of speech. They are going utterly wild. Feral people. Save yourselves!
Yeah, I've had no problems. I think I had a disconnection yesterday, but otherwise been much more stable the last few days. So Lyman on the line. Interesting, guard blitzer out on the wide zone. Right, there we go, and let's see where the ball's going to get kicked to. Yeah, I think same as Ben. I've had 95% say no problems the last couple of days. With the campaign, it might be worth starting a new campaign, see if that makes a difference. Officious ref. We get a player there, so down goes his catcher. That could be a lot worse. So bring this lineman in here. Take the pal. We're going to push him that way because I'm going to roll to the left. Oh, a KO, we'll take that. Oh, another one. What we're going to do is not give free blocks.
Ah, we call that Knuckles' kiss.
Right, blitzer and the thrower. Lineman, so we're going to put the lineman into there. Second lineman there. I'm going to blitz across with this blitzer here. We'll follow up.
Well done. They have the ball out.
Pick up with a Dark Elf, that's absolutely so much better than we've seen for a couple of days. And we'll run him over to there. So James, good to hear it's getting better. It's been great to play the current rules. Yeah, that's without a doubt the best thing about Blood Bowl 3 is being able to play with the current rules. I've almost got to the point where I can't play with the old Blood Bowl rules anymore. Struggling to remember the differences. There's only so many rule sets you can keep in your head at one time, and with Warcry, Necromunda and Kill Team as well. Yeah, they 2 sets of Blood Bowl. It's past my detail.
Is the simple.
I like running down the field.
Now the opponents had counting down lots of time here. I really hope we haven't got a disconnect. So Brannaman, last league I played we decided not to have a your team versus my team, just had the elf or the orc team, etc. Choose whichever matchups we fancied on that. Good way of playing. It's good to play different teams, I think, and that's what I'm really looking forward to with Blood Bowl 3. So you played through all the levels ups and let whoever played them next to decide. You ever fellas tried that play? So we did a similar thing with a couple of the Bonehead Championship series and Super Series. But we did it slightly differently. We were playing different teams as part of the series and championship. At the end of each game there was a level up and a detail, and what we did within that was work out at the end what level up we wanted to give. So you were at the mercy of the coach before you. Ooh, that smashes my armour. That's really lucky. So you were at the mercy of the coach before you, and they may have played with a different play style, but it was a really interesting way to do it. The thing I don't miss from the old Blood Bowl rules is the old roll for skill up at the end, or getting my elf smashed here, and working out when someone rolls a double 6 and all of a sudden you've got a strength 4, strength 5 player you're playing up against. We'll remember the end of those evenings at club. Right, so teams collapsed a bit here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to so Blitzer firstly, I'm going to roll him into there. Bring the lineman into there. I'm going to take this. I want to use him. So I'm going to put him into here. I've probably made a bit of a mess of this here. Quite want to smash these guys. So follow up. That breaks the armour and a stunned. That's a good start. Another armour break, another stun, so not going too badly here. Right, where can the catcher get to? The runner can get to? He can get to there. Oh, the timer ticks away nice and quick. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Over to there. Bring him round to there. And then last but not least. So that's a blitzer with block. I quite fancy him gone. I'm going to blitz in here. Just take the push. Fended him away. And we'll follow up. There we go. So Brownman, yes, it's a fun way to do it, although someone did put a dump off on a hefty. Well, that's one way to go, and probably not the best of ways to go. I think we might be seeing a dump off opportunity in a second. Look at those Dark Elves, makes me want to finish painting my OG ones with a black and blue armour and bright yellow helmets. A lovely colour scheme. Absolutely agree with you there. I've got the original Dark Elves as well as the current Dark Elves, which without a doubt win the award for most fiddly assemble. So I'm going to use dump off. I'm going to throw it over to this lineman over here. Oh, drop the ball, bad throw. He got the tackle zones on the Dark Elf, which does help, so he's going to stumble him probably next to the ball. Doesn't break the armour. But you'd have to dodge over to get the ball now, and that was a lineman, so that would be a 4+ dodge and a 4+ pickup. So he's rolling some players around the side. So this is the thrower. You're going to have to keep an eye out of him because of he can obviously pick the ball up. Gone with the catcher down the line. So that's a scoring threat being created. But I do have plenty of Dark Elves over here to try and pick the ball up. So he's gone heavy over here, so I have the ability to reset up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to stand up. That's a 2 die, I don't want to do that. I'm going to take the 1 die here. I could do with just pushing him off the ball. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to stay put. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go for it, so. Can he pick the ball up? Yes, he can pick the ball up. He makes the rush, and the catch is made. So that's a good start. Failed the dodge. I'm not going to re-roll that. I don't want to burn the re-roll. So that's going to allow some Dark Elves to get smashed. But I should be able to pop it in. That'll be on my turn 7 as well. All the both downs. I think he's going to rightly just try and reduce the number of players.
There's only one word to say.
So for a good update there from Ben on Whip Wednesday. I think we all love Whip Wednesday, but as Ben said, it's probably one of the longest videos to prep and detail, and takes nearly all of a Tuesday and a Wednesday to do it. Which has really made filming games and streaming really difficult. So let's see what else is happening with the Dark Elves. It's basically like the bundle of human and Dark Elves here. I don't think I'm going to get any nice free 2 die blocks either out of this. I'll have a look in a second. I'm doing well not to have too many players go down. Oh, that breaks the armour and another stunned. Anyone use Aelan, Undarf and Death Zone? I used them in a match and ended up with a Claw Beastman lineman who I hired. Claws doesn't add to CTV. Ooh, no, I've not used that player yet. James asking about the skill up there. I'll come back to you, James, in a second. I'm just going to keep an eye on what's happening here. So I think this is a blitz. Yeah, the blitz on another Dark Elf going down.
Ah, the Guild of Bandits and Affiliated Tribes.
What's that? Hey, that play looked almost competent.
It doesn't break the armor, fortunately. So, have I got any? That's 2 die up. I've got a 1 die over here. 2 die over here, which I will take. Take the POW. Stay put. Breaks the armor and are stunned. I'm going to blitz this catcher because I don't like the catchers. Stay put again. Doesn't break the armor. And score the touchdown. So morning, Jack. Thanks. 1-1, just about to go into half time. Pretty good start. I think I've got a player off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So full lineup. It's his turn 8. So I'm going to bravely. Drop the team back a bit here. I'll let him take some smashes. And an SPP for a throw. Don't really want to get smashed up to start off with. Hi, Ant. Morning, Anthony. Good to enjoy it. Watch it back later. We can see all the fun. Sunday morning Bloodbowl from Double Dip. Yes, please. Absolutely. Yeah. Now this game is stable, I think we're going to see a few more weekend streams as we work through what we can play and how we can do it. Yeah, Brownham, we used to do the odd hobby stream, and for any of those you have seen Blood Tithe when he's painting. I mean, his hobby streams are ridiculous. He can... Ooh, a blitz for the kicking team. So I can take a blitz. Where is my blitzer? So I'm going to... take a blitz on the catcher. Because I can. And no rerolls and attacker down. That really serves me right. Doesn't break the armor, but gets me with it. Yeah, Blood Tithe when he did that 24-hour one, and I think we all learned out of that painting gold trim for 12 of 24 hours is a painful way to go. He's talked about doing it again, so we're trying to convince him for the next team that comes out to do a painting stream and do that. It'll put us all to shame in both the speed and the quality that he will get that team done. But do keep dropping in the comments. We will keep thinking about that and chasing him on it. After all, it was there was a bet on the next new team being vampires, and we all got suckered by that rumour. So I think Ben's due to print and paint a team. Brownerman, yeah, barely paint for an hour and a half. I find I can get into it when I really get going. I'm more of a batch painter myself, so really will start working them through. But yeah, hour and a half, couple of hours, go from there. Yeah, as Ben said, BT is itching for another mega hobby stream, so keep the comments coming through, guys, and we will pressure him into it. We'll do a podcast this week, and we'll pick it up with him. So the elves getting a bit smashed on the line of scrimmage here, which isn't really to be surprised. They sort of do deserve it after that happened, and the blitz going badly has potentially left a surfing opportunity as well. But it is a catcher, so it would require a fair old few players. Good to see in this time. Both of us got 6 minutes left in the turn time. We found out yesterday in a live stream what happens when the timer runs out. Your turn then automatically ends at the 2-minute time. That's really difficult, so worth keeping a real good eye on that timer when you're playing. Brannaman, yes, BT is a fantastic painter. He absolutely is a fantastic painter. Oh, dodge reroll. He made the rush. And just a push. So that's the push. That's enabled the blitz. Here we go. Off goes the lineman. Off he goes. Let's just check. I think he was KO'd. That's annoying. Let's hope he comes back. And going for the pass here. So fails to pick up. Rerolls. Got to pick up. Pass is good. Catch is good. SPP gained. Nice and safe play. So, over to me. Let's stand him up. Stand him up. Stand him up. Not much we can do, but let's see if we can get that guard player. Because not playing with him in the second half would help. Doesn't break the armour. If Adam's still in the chat, I'm sure he'd say at this point, foul! I'm going to end the half there. So, end of first half, it's 1-1. I don't think my knockout player's come back. Got a weird twitchy leg there. Let's see. Yeah, he failed the roll, so I'm being kicked too. So I'm receiving for the second half. Down a player, which means we will stick a blitzer out on the sideline there. Yeah, lineman, blitzer. So I'm just going to swap these guys. Nice round and over for the kickoff. So into the second half. Let's see how we can do. So Jack, which online ladder is this? This is actually the Bonehead podcast ladder. So if you want to join this and join the Bonehead Discord, details are all in there. You've had changing weather, perfect conditions, the ball's just bounced a bit more, so that's not too bad. Now let's try again with this. So the guard player's out on the side again.
The assist gonna be enough to come out on top.
And I'm going to follow this one up. So I'm going to move, get the ball.
The team have possession.
That's a good start. If I fail that, then everything's starting to go very badly wrong. And now we will work out where to go next. So let's set up a loose cage here. Just gonna blitz in here.
Get up, get off the field.
And I think that's going to see us done. So I'm going to see all of the right hand side roll round again, as we did last time. Wouldn't be surprised to see this catcher roll round as well. I've got these linemen here, which gives me the ability to roll to the right if everything goes horribly wrong up here. As you can see, over comes the guard player into the middle. So guard blitzer, really handy player. It's going to be difficult to knock off the ball, as we saw in the first half.
Yeah. Always wear under.
And here we go with the 2-die blocks. So a push to start off with, not the worst thing in the world. Pushing him away from the guard player as well. Quite happy to have that. So he's going to push away from the left hand side. That has created a little bit of a hole. Takes single dice and gets another push. So definitely push to the right is the theme here.
Hey, that'll look almost competent.
Didn't follow that one. Standing up the player. So a good old column defence being formed here. So probably going to see the catcher and the blitzer drop back into a column. For those who've not seen a column defence before, it's a really good way of preventing you running through quickly and also getting easy tackle zones on players. And dodging away there, so triple column set up.
So many twerps coming through on Twerpabob.
I've known twerps all my life, Jim. I don't see why I gotta take notice of them now.
So I can't get a 2-die easily on either of any of these three, thanks to the guard. Might be able to just chip him off. So I'm going to go into there. Drop him off. So I've got a lineman back here I need to worry about. So I am going to drop him in there. I'm going to blitz in depending on how this goes. Everybody's got block. A reroll like that. Everybody's got block. Reroll into block. Ah, lovely way to use up a reroll. No, get off. Be really careful there, accidentally misclicking. So that's a rush. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do that there. And the blitzer into there. And I'm going to move that runner to there. And I take the 1 die here because I could just do with chipping him, which I've done. And I will stay put. That does give me a stun player, that's quite handy. So, end of turn. So we've got this annoying lineman here, which has really dragged 3 of my players back. Not the most genius use of defensive players, and that's left me with this very loose cage, which if you can chip this player off is a big gap through it. So we're going to be very hopeful that that doesn't happen, because we don't want to see me getting chipped out in any way at all here. Again, the opponent's taking a fair old time to think this through. I really hope that we don't have a disconnect. I've seen this in a few. Oh, there we go. So he's moving the guard player around, though there are players, as we suspected. He's very much going to get smashed. He doesn't have block, so take them both down. So he's moved into there. So he's remembered I've got dump off, and he's got the tackle zone on the player already. Can't blitz in though, because he's already used his blitz. Yeah, so we can dodge away, and I do have a spare lineman. Lineman has dodged away beautifully. Taking a double rush. So I'm going to block him off the ball in a minute. A bit more columns being formed.
That the new Cabal HD globes have been selling like hotcakes from all outlets.
That's going to be a reroll. He's not going to take that skull there. Oh, skull on a reroll. Breaks the armor and stunned. So that's created a little bit of a space there. I'm going to take 2 die here, see how this goes. He's going to get pushed over. I will follow up. And I'm going to push him back that way. I'm going to have to re-roll that because I don't have block. Take the defender stumbles, put him to over there, and I will stay put. And there's the first death we've seen.
And you fail.
So that's taken a while. That's, I think, about 4 games of Bloodbowl in, but we finally got a death. So Brownman, yeah, you're definitely right. The switch right is coming here. Not only do I now I've cleared the tackle zones as well. So I've got the ability to set up a cage properly here. Yeah, that's a lineman, that's a lineman, that's a blitzer on a lineman. So I'm going to take the one die there, but I'm going to go for the guard guy to start off with. So I'm going to try and rush him into there. Makes a rush. That gives me the 2 die on the guard. Stumble him. Stay put. Oh, that's the guard player off. So there we go. That's nice. I'm not going to move, and then I will just take the 1 die here with the push, and I will follow up in this case. So end of turn. So ouchie, Anthony. Yeah, definitely. That hurt a lot for you there. Quite happy to take some turns to play over. So yeah, murder, death, kill from Ben, and double rushing. Love your style. Yes. As we know, for every player is actually 2 movement more than their baseline. You've just got to trust the rolls, trust the dice, and go with that. I think what we'll see here is the columns being reset up on the left hand, right on the right hand side here. Interesting, the scatter column. Having the guard player down has definitely changed the landscape here. Dark elves do have the agility, but they've got the semi-grind here. So Baron, what a brutal turn for me to turn into. Yeah, absolutely. I think 2 players up where we might be. He's got 2 off, I've got 1 off, so only had 10 to start off with. So that lineman's pretty squished between 2 linemen here. That gives me a lineman and a blitzer. If I can get that lineman off the ball, I can roll left in a second, which will be the plan. I can slowly edge up the pitch. Oh, lineman gets out. That's going to be taking the both down. Yeah, down he goes. Armour's okay. He is going to be an annoyance. That blitzer. Or lineman actually, but he's effectively a blitzer. So I'm going to push this into here. I'm going to try and move this guy. That's fine. Go into there, and I will follow up. Probably come back to the block with him. Get the player off the back of the ball. Oh, that's pretty bad because I don't have a reroll, so I've got to take the both down, and now I'm in trouble. How quickly the turns can turn. So now I wish I'd taken him off the ball because that would have given me a pass out. Also, he can block, and that dump off doesn't work on the block. So classic. You rely on the 2-die blocks. It works beautifully when it works, and when it doesn't work, as you do there, Quentin Pain in the Neck is having an amazing game. Really playing well. He's going to take both down there. This is where the little bit of combat skills coming in handy. He's really racing through. Yeah, that extra bit of block really helps nicely. Really racking up the tackle zones here to stop me getting player now. So I can use the dump off skill. I'm going to try and do a quick throw here. He's in the 2 tackle zones. I will try it here. It's a 5+ pass. Let's see how badly this goes. Another 1 on the pass. So I think that's... Oh, there's the serious injury. That's the problem with the runner, although a 10 would have broken the armour on anyone. So off goes the runner. The ball is still in a tackle zone, which is quite handy. Wouldn't be surprised if he moves a player up here. He's going to rack up the tackle zones. And now we've got a bit of fun. So he doesn't have any players back. I've got so I can cover off anything rushing out, and I can get another tackle zone on the ball. This is going to get messy quickly, so that catcher's going to have to be watched out with this. That's the scoring threat. Ooh, foul. In with a foul. Injury on the lineman. So stuns the lineman. And dodges away.
Now's the time. One of the teams gonna play hitting up their collective. Wait, but they need to action it before time.
So that's a
runs out.
blitzer. Lineman, he's got block. In the ideal world, I want to move him off the ball. I don't think there's an easy way of doing this. Let's start with bringing the blitz around. Gives me a bit of defense. I'm going to have to try and blitz him off the ball with a lineman, I think. I've marked him. And then I could move the blitzer across. 2, 3, 1, 2, 6, 7, hand off to the blitzer and he can dash. So I think that's the play. So take the 2-die here, stumble him down, follow him up, create a lane. Stumbles. So over he goes. I will follow him up.
How are they going to catch or run the ball if they're constantly riding around on the ground? That player's earned their wages today.
So it does the dodge pickup, works fine. Pass off works, and the catch works. That's a good little bit of play there. So I can get him to there. Trying all the rushes here. Over we go. And that's going to end the turn. So used a bit of extra time there, down to 3:27 left, but we've only got 3 turns left, so effectively got a minute spare. Humans do have the ability to score quickly, as we saw. He's marked both those players, so he's given himself the ability to make me roll dice and get in there. Thanks, Jack. Well dug out. Yeah, that was a bit messy. The 1 die block really came in nicely. Got the player off the ball. The most annoying pain in the neck, Quentin. I definitely agree with his name. He's been a stunning player. This blitzer is the key player. I think he's working through the squares in detail here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So
It's going to be okay.
I've got no rerolls left. He's got 2 rerolls left, so he can at least try a bit more, but I will not be. Here comes the blitz. Failed the dodge. He'll reroll that. Made the rush. Both down. Reroll that. And attacker down. That's the worst possible results. I feel really sorry for Anthony there. That's just not what you want. Breaks the armour and a turnover. So he's stunned and down. Yeah, that's pretty unlucky. Now, I could take the 2 die here, but we've seen that go horribly wrong, so we will do the sensible thing and pop it in for the score. So there's the touchdown. That takes us 2-1 up. Will I get my knocked out player back? I don't think I did. Let's have a look. Yeah, didn't get him back. So 3 turns. I don't have a whole heap of defensive ability here, so we might be trying the old Matador runaway trick here. 3 turns to try and hold out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. So 9 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9v9 for the end of the second half. 2-1. Realistically, I can't lose the game from here, but I do want to try and win it. I think I can see where he's going to try and go. He does have the thrower on the pitch still, so good chance of picking up the ball. I could really do with him having to burn a turn, go backwards to get the ball though. That always helps. We're going to go safe because I do not want a high kick here. Blitz. So that's my second blitz, and we saw what happened in the first half. Now this player is actually free, so I'm going to pop him over there. That's just the lineman on the side.
They're gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich.
and pass the blitz over. So that worked out reasonably well for me. Ball's bounced towards the thrower. More just a threat, that player. He can easily get round them. He's got a catcher there. That's the catcher I'm going to have to keep an eye on. Right, take the 2 dice, creates the space. So the blitzers here are going to be my key defensive players. So, breaks the armor. So being short of players is going to struggle. So Baron, what's next in terms of recruitment for this team, Trips? So I've got 2 ways to go. Blitzer 4 is a obvious and fun way to go because you get the block skill. Quite tempted to go Witch Elf though. It gives me a little bit more playing with. Losing the runner is a bit of a pain. I'm quite tempted to see what a 2 runner build looks like. But we'll go from there. So my player going down here has really left me in trouble. I've got 3 players here to try and stop the touchdown. Do have 2 blitzers and alignment, so that's a good start. In he comes here. Right, 2 blitzers. And breaks the armor, so that's another player out for the game, effectively, and follows up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can get a blitz in. If that's Quentin again. Oh. So my line of scrimmage absolutely being smashed there. He's marking up the players. Failed the rush. That would have been big. So 2 blush dodges together. Yeah, it's very tempted with an assassin, but we haven't got a lot of stunty I've seen so far, so that definitely impacts on the way to play. Now, can I get... I don't need an assist because it's a catcher, but can I get some more players back? So let's bring him back there to start off with. What build did I start with, Nick? This is the 3 blitzer and runner and some extra dedicated fans. One purely on the basis that I wanted some extra money. So I haven't got any rerolls left. I don't really want to take too many dangerous chances. So I'm going to drop him into there. Now I am going to go for the blitz. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and the blitz. So dodge, dodge. Oh, there's the failed dodge. There's the failed dodge. So I think pretty sure he can score here. In he pops. So well played there. Good second score. Yeah, the one thing with Dark Elves is the positionals are so expensive. You really need to get some additional cash with them. So 110 for the Witch Elf, 100 for the Blitzer. Absolutely got to go with that. The advantage you get in the Witch Elf as well is it does potentially give you a very complicated 1-turn touchdown as well. but really you need 2 Witch Elves for that, which is about 6 games away. So my turn, 16 coming up. Just need to be careful I don't do something stupid here. Pop these 2 linemen in here. Kick receive, off we go.
This needs to be a hell of a catch.
He's kicked it deep. Brilliant coaching. Who got the reroll? Nobody got the reroll. I'm going to give the ball.
Here comes the ball, Chip.
Was that aimed at a plane ball?
Probably, Chip. Although they'd be trying to kill the
Let's take some
target
2-die
with
blocks.
rather than handing them an
Push to there.
Job to
Follow
command
up.
that useless throwing net.
advantage. Either in the stands, not on the field.
I will stay put. Don't want to get 3 blocks.
They look almost competent.
Same across here. Stumble. Over we go. Stay put.
They look almost competent.
Injury.
Come on, guys. Together. Now everybody can move freely.
Knocks him out. And this, I think we will be going with the good old pass. So 4. And we're going to pass it backwards in case it goes horribly wrong. Yep.
Nice.
Pass works, catch works. There we go.
More than a few
In the traditional runaway style, we shall run away and bring him into there, and also bring him into there. And bring him in there. So Blunt Brush strips you my hero. Oh, well, I don't think so, but an interesting way to watch it through there. He's going to probably take some blocks here to try and get some SPP. Brownman down went to brew up and missed TDs. Yeah, that's the problem. Bloodbowl. There we go. Good end to the game. Match is finished. Let's see what we got out of that. So lineman MVP for him, and Blitzer for me, which is great, and 70k in the treasury. So enjoyed that. Dedicated fans stayed the same. Well done, Anthony. Great game. A lot closer than I thought at the end. Yeah, really played well there. Used the catchers beautifully. Gave me the opportunity to try and do it, but yeah, didn't work it through. So good game all. Let's go have a look at the competition, and let's have a look at my team. So 21st for the Dark Elves Devers. Let's have a look at them in a bit more detail. I wonder if they're on page right at the bottom as the most recent team. Pretty much. So a Blitzer with 10 SPP, so that's really racked up some SPP. Only player there with some, so I'm going to be down a runner for the next game. So I'm going to have to take a journeyman, and that's going to lose me my passing ability. This is where Dark Elves are not great, as I'm down a runner. I'm going to be taking a journeyman, and even with 70k of cash, that is not enough to take an extra positional. But we do get the chance to select a secondary skill. So where do we think we should go, everyone? It's a Dark Elf Blitzer. They've got block. All sorts of ways you can go here, but of course it's definitely a blodger. Yes, there we go. Take the confirm skill. Yeah, Baron, always going to be blodged there. Still leaves him with 4 SPP. Potentially, Baron, I could say for guard. I'm not a fan of guard on the blitzers. Ironically, I think it restricts what you want to do with them a little bit too much. I'd really want to get one onto a lineman, and how many SPP for strength? So this is the depressing bit. Skill ups here are an 18 SPP in Bloodbowl 3, so he was well on the way, but the chances of him staying up for another 8 is pretty not great. So yeah, long way to go. The runner didn't get any SPP, which is a bit disappointing. I really want to see where we go. Jack, can you see win, draw, nos? I will have a look in a minute. So for those who've not seen a Dark Elf roster, see, I've got 70k in the treasury now, and all that can afford me to buy is a lineman, and I'm going to get one of those as a journeyman anyway. Runners are rubbish, says Ben. That's only because he only lives in gutter runner land. And let's have a look at the team. So can we see their win, loss and draw? So let's have a look at the Never Bay Nightmares, who you can't see the win, loss and draw, but you can see they've got runners of the gutter variety, and one's already got two block gutter runners already, and an annoyingly full roster there for Ben. So that'll be a bit of fun. The thrower with sure hands and pass needs to die. Proper runners, they're movement 9, and don't we all miss the days when you could end up with a movement 10 sure feet sprint gutter runner, and go from there. But if we look at I don't think there's a way of seeing the ladder, which is a bit annoying. You can see the teams that you've got and the detail, so no, you can't see the ladder. I think hopefully that's something that's coming too far. So Brannaman, runners have access to skills others don't know and a tiny bit faster. It's definitely easy to play. Absolutely, I think most people would not go down the runner route for Dark Elves to start off with. Probably go the 4 blitzer route. 4 blitzes is a good solid way to start off with. As soon as you've got 4 blodgers, you're in a real danger. Runner, I think, gives you a bit more flexibility. A runner with accurate, and then passing on a 2+ would be great. A runner with nerves is another way to go, because it's a lot of fun. Brownham and Frenzy can be a lot of fun on Dark Elf blitzers in my experience. I think Frenzy on a couple of pieces is really key for me. What I want to do with the Dark Elf roster is get the Witch Elves in, and go with the Witch Elves to use Frenzy. That's where the Guard Lineman comes in really handy, because that gives you another offensive player. The thing I love with the Witches is the jump up skill. So Witches come with dodge and jump up, which means you've got a real aggressive player to start moving the ball around. Jump up is a really handy skill because Frenzy players will end up on the ground sooner or later. The problem with the Dark Elves Witches is they've got that AV8. The last time I played with Dark Elves and got the Witcher elf going, became an instant scoring threat. Give the ball to the blitzer, get it to a frenzy witch elf who can blitz through a gap and race off with that AG. So really good to go for. Assassins are the other one. Assassins not used nearly as much for Dark Elves. They've got Shadowing, which effectively is a chasing skill, and you can follow a player, but it doesn't work on against high speed players, so it's not great against anything with a similar movement. Stab is an action that you can use to replace the block action. You can go straight to the injury roll, and the player becomes prone straight away. So it is a really good handy skill. As Ben says, we need an alternate Dark Elf roster with no blitzers and 0 to 6 Witch Elves. I think if you look in the secret teams, there is a Witch Elf secret team there, which is basically all Witch Elves and Dark Elf linemen. I think you can have 6 Witch Elves as part of that, which is frightening and going to be very complicated to manage because you're going to be frenzying all over the place. A little bit like a light corn team with that one. Frenzy stab. So I really want to get a stab player in. They're very handy to put on the line of scrimmage when you're kicking off, because effectively you're going straight to an injury roll. So that's a really useful way to look at stab. It's actually quite a good way to get rid of a big guy, but what you will do is find that the Dark Elf Assassin will get smashed. But they've got movement 7, so stab and run away is the trick with there. So Baron, I had some fabulous success with a projectile vomit on my renegade troll, so I think stab is also a useful skill to have in the locker. Yeah, it's a skill that you've got to be careful with how you use it and think about how you use it. It gives the player quite a singular aspect to do, but they're quite useful on a defensive basis if you use them correctly. Blunt brush, straight to the armor roll with assassins. You can bypass the block dice, not straight to injury. Straight to the armor roll, not to the injury roll. So that's the problem with the big guy there, as you're going to run into. So if you're playing against lots of stunty teams or anything with armor 7, stab can be really useful. The worst thing with stab is when it fails, your player's still left there and surrounded by other players. And Brannaman, I always saw the vomit as a backup plan when you can get those 2 dice blocks. That's probably a very safe way to go. The block and mighty blow approach is the way to go, but good skill and a bit of fun, but very rarely used. Projectile vomit. Vomit versus stunties is great. No POW fishing, and limited possibility of turn over. Yeah, Adam, that's a good way of looking at it, particularly with a troll. The less dice you have to roll, the less ability the troll has to let you down, because trolls are great when they don't let you down. The problem is they are probably the most regular player to let you down, and that's really bad. So I hope everyone's enjoyed the stream today. We're gonna wrap it up there. If you're interested in Blood Bowl 3, do have a look. Ooh, we've got the new SPP screen. That's quite handy. You can see the players that have gained the SPP. And yeah, see, their catcher got 2 touchdowns and the blitzer got 10 SPP. So vomiting on a guard piece is useful. Lovely, yeah. Anything on a guard piece is useful. They're the worst pieces to play against and the best pieces to have. Brannaman, can you save up and roster star players, or is inducement only? It definitely is inducement only, unless the league's set up in that way. Baron, cheers by all, thanks all. Bonehead, Skaven next stream trips. Ooh, still can't bring myself to play the dirty Skaven and the side caging. not the way to go. Brownman, if you want your star players, when we get more stunty teams, there's definitely keep the TV down there. You'll have lots of stars to play through. If you're playing league or ladder, though, you've got to be careful. Your star players will absolutely suck your SPP. But hopefully everyone's had a good time. I hope you enjoyed the game. Nice to see it go through without it breaking or any issues there. Anyway, so have a good day, everybody. Enjoy whatever you're going to do, and get on to Blood Bowl 3 and play some more.